A toilet-licking thought has infiltrated the Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers hotel and potentially had inside information before Antonio Brown and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers had their situation on Sunday against the Jets in the third quarter. She knew it beforehand. She is on the record now stating, and this is Ava Louise, an OnlyFans model. She is on the record as stating that Antonio Brown kept murmuring, wait till you see what I do tomorrow. Wait till I see what I do tomorrow. She said that they filmed a couple porns on her phone.
That's right.
He insisted that is the case. Ava Louise also said she had to sneak in to get to the hotel because hotels are locked down due to the COVID protocol bubbles. That is not the only... NFL hotels' rooms have been locked down basically since the beginning of the NFL. Every time we would go into a hotel, there was cops sitting at the end of each thing where the stairs are, where the elevator is, whichever wings, there was cops waiting there because you didn't want any of the home team fans potentially getting in there and causing a ruckus. I don't know if it was necessarily implemented strictly to keep thoughts out of hotel rooms, but I do believe that is also what it became over time. I think there has been a lot of stories that I have heard where people have tried to sneak people. Sweatsuits.
Yeah.
Beanies. Fresh J's. Just walk right behind me, no big deal. Give a fist bump to the security. Okay, you'll be able to get past, all right? Hey, what's up, man? I get your playbook, get an iPad, fist bump. Whoa, what is that? Get her out of here.
Right now. Seahawks last year.
I'm not happening in training camp. Seahawks last year. And by the way, the story I just told did not happen in our particular hotel, but it certainly happened in a friend of mine's other team that he was in. I got a FaceTime immediately upon hearing about it from said hotel. Walk through what happened right here. This guy caught a... So this has been something that's been happening for a long time where players have tried to sneak significant others or friends into hotels. The fact that they were able to get in to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers hotel with these COVID protocols, with Tom fucking Brady probably in the area, that is cause for concern as well. And I think a lot of people, listened to Ava Louise's story and thought immediately like, oh, Antonio Brown doesn't care about his team yet again. He's doing all this. I mean, valid, and all these are conduct detrimentals that if there was a grievance filed from Antonio to Tampa Bay, all these things are probably getting stacked up, especially with Ava Louise coming out and saying, I do potentially have my corona. She tested positive and said, hey, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, test your team. And this is all B-A-N-A-N-A-S. I mean, this shit is bananas. B-A-N-A-N-A-S. This entire story. I don't know if there's any precedent. There is not a precedent to what has happened from Antonio Brown and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers over the last few weeks. And OnlyFans thought getting tossed in the middle of it is a beautiful, and I don't even want to say icing on the cake because we have no idea if this thing's going to end. I saw him filming, I think, a music video yesterday. Yep. I mean, there is a lot going on. This is only going to continue, but I think the real conversation should be how the hell. And now Ava Louise is college educated. We saw that from DMs.
She's right. She's cool.
She's cool. She did school in. She did school in. Which, once again, the more we see Antonio Brown, the way he communicates with people, we do believe that those were his words and his side of the story, but we don't think he wrote that entire...
Safe assumption.
No. We're not 100% sure.
Can never be sure.
Can never be too sure.
Shout out
but
Lil Booty.
Trent, Lil Booty, Ava.
Lil Booty.
You're getting porn, dude.
Yeah, cool as hell.
Any private conversation leaked is always going to be interesting from a third party, independent party, whatever the case. They seem to have great chemistry in the DMs. They ended up meeting up with each other. They did have sex, is what Ava Louise says. Nice. She took a picture of him sleeping. Classic gotcha. Julian Edelman got this before. Zion got this before. I believe there's many others that have got this. So Antonio Brown said he got to be out by 7 and got a meeting with Tom Brady, is what Ava Louise said, but he did sleep. She did not, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. But the plot thickens between Antonio Brown and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who have terrible security in their hotel. And they have the greatest player of all time in there. They have everything going on. How the fuck does Ava... Now, Ava, she even got so close, she took a photo of, like... Meetings are on this floor.
Quarterbacks.
Foods on this floor. Quarterbacks are here. Specialists are here. Yeah, she got even in through there.
Yeah.
So incredibly strategic way to get up to the room. They did their thing, and now she has COVID. And I don't know if she was implying that Antonio Brown gave it to her, or she might have seen other people. I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming if Ava's sneaking in at Tampa Bay Buccaneers Hotel, she is also not quarantining herself on Sunday.
Yeah.
No.
The next day.
She's out and about.
Yeah, or Monday or Tuesday or whatever, so who knows who got it, who gave it to Ava Louise, but she is now COVID positive, and she is on the record as saying that her and Antonio Brown fucked each other on Saturday night. So let's talk about that. AJ, I don't know how the Green Bay Packers hotels were, and I know there wasn't a lot of hotels in that area. We had to stay.
Also, hey, before you finish that, what time? Do we have any idea of the time frame of this? When I listened to the audio messages he was sending. What time?
So 11:31 allegedly is whenever she got in there, I think, or it was supposed to be around 1. She said she was going to be done. Then it moved, I think, to 11:31 is when she got there. That's after curfew. That is after most curfew. Curfew is mostly 11 in places where literally knock on your door as if you're a child, right? That happened in Green Bay.
And security guards sitting in chairs at the elevator and in the hallways, too, in Green Bay at least.
And at the stairs. Yeah, that's what I was about to ask you. In our hotel, we had security or cop at elevator and security or cop at stairs at either end.
All night long, too. All night long. You crack your door at 4 a.m. for some reason. They're sitting there awake, just hanging out.
And and in the morning too, whenever you're getting up to go to breakfast or whatever, they've been up all night and it's obvious. They're holding the newspaper. They are miserable. They have sat in the same seat staring at the same door for the last 8 hours. It is, you could see how maybe somebody could come in and say, hey, look at a different picture maybe so we could sneak by. And I let off the show with saying that there has been legendary tales of people trying to sneak females into these hotels. Last year at Seattle Seahawks happened. I think they put a jumpsuit on, a tracksuit on, put a beanie on. I had heard the story that somebody had done the same type of thing, put on like size 13 Jordans on somebody, on a girl too, like they completely dressed it up to get it past, and the security stopped. It was like, excuse me, boom, kick it out. It becomes a whole problem. This is nothing new, guys trying to get women into a floor or significant other or friend into a floor that is not available. But the fact that it happened to the Super Bowl champs with Tom Brady probably near, I'm not 100% sure, you got to question the security, you got to question a lot, and then obviously you got to
during COVID too. This is all going down during COVID.
Yeah, and then you got to obviously lead into this is conduct detrimental. I mean, that's conduct detrimental. There's conduct detrimental. There's conduct detrimental. There's conduct and now Ava Louise, who's known for licking toilets and doing her thing, whatever the case. She has an MBA. Is what she schools in little booty schools and the whole thing. But she had to get through there like a ninja, and I'm pretty impressed by that whole thing, AJ.
I mean, I'm very impressed with the fact that this happened. Do you think this was the first time anyone in Tampa Bay was hearing of this, or do you think they knew that he may have got a girl in there? Obviously, they're not going to make that public. They could handle that behind the scenes.
Super Gremlin had to be telling somebody, showing photos in a team meeting the night before, somebody close to him on a team, or if anybody's close to him on a team. I'm not 100% sure. AJ, we're getting more information out of the toilet-licking OnlyFans model who has tested positive for COVID 2 days after or 3 days after her encounter with Antonio Brown in Antonio Brown's hotel room. Antonio Brown's hotel room, 611 is what the reports were saying. 611. Anybody that's ever been in a hotel knows that's the 6th floor, 11th room of hotel. 11 in the odd hotels are on one side. The even numbers are on the other side. Classic hotel. Ava Louise, the toilet licking OnlyFans model who recorded a porn with Antonio Brown the night before he left the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, is now talking to Carton and Dash.
Carton and Roberts.
New York City morning show.
Yeah, believe it's on the fan.
Yep.
Shout out to them for getting this information from Ava Louise. Ava Louise went on a 3.5-minute run about how she got in there. Basically, I was drunk. I saw a bunch of people get on an elevator. I walked on the elevator. I got off on the 6th floor, walked to Antonio Brown's room, fucked him, slept there, walked out. Ava Louise is a fucking gangster, and the security people that were hired there are terrible at their jobs.
Yep.
They can't be as easy as that, AJ. No
She
way.
rode the elevator. Like, how did she ride the elevator? Like, those elevators, teams usually take over at least one whole floor. and it's all football players. There's not random people usually on the floor with any players.
Ava says she was all boozed up, and she's, where are we going? I got to get to 6'11".
That's awesome.
Antonio Brown, can you push 6 for me? Yeah,
Just act like you belong. It's a prime example. Just act as
Yep.
if. Act like you belong. You should be there.
Yeah, she just walked right on down to Antonio Brown's room, and then she just walked out in the morning. And I wonder, it was probably the same security guy. You're not part of the team? Where are you leaving? Nobody else is leaving right now.
What are you doing?
What are you doing?
What if she had like a Tampa Bay like pullover on? She's like, oh, I'm assistant coach,
Team physician.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, this is
chiropractor.
Hey, this is alarming though
Masseuse.
for the Buccaneers organization. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Now there's other people like whoever was working security at the hotel has that answer for it. Like, there's going to be a lot of this affects a lot of people.
What the fuck is going on in Tampa?
Yeah. And how often does this happen? It's week 17.
Now, I'm telling you, and people are going to think this is something that happens on a regular basis, especially with Ava. Just walked in, said, "Hi, how you doing?" Just walked right on down there. This is not something that I've heard of happening often. Now, it has. I think there has been a couple, pucks that have slipped through the cracks.
Sure.
Or has made their way in by either a distraction ploy by a fellow teammate to sneak in a door or up the stairs or whatever. There has been. This is not like a normal thing to happen on a regular basis. Guys get other hotel rooms in the hotel. They get other, maybe hotels close, they get rooms and stuff like that. This is not something. Tom Brady is right. Tom Brady maybe 6'13".
Yeah. Right there.
It's crazy.